Welcome back to Digital Champions on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Digital Champions, we're meeting with the experts in the industry, talking about the tips, tricks, and trends, and all the amazing technologies they're using to help their clients' businesses grow. Join us today from the Illusion Factory. We have Brian Weiner. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
So tell me the story behind the Illusion Factory and what you guys do.
The Illusion Factory has been a company that I've owned for 43 years. We've been a mainstay in advertising for all the major studios, the broadcasters, cable companies, record labels, AR, VR, gaming, and regulated gaming. And what happened in our world was around early 2000s, as TiVo was coming along and disrupting the entire world, we were in charge of marketing the world's largest media library for one of our clients. And the value of the library started to decrease because consumers were able to fast forward through the commercials. And consequently, if the push advertising model was going to break, then conversely, there had to be a pull because consumers and brands are always going to need each other. And so we started looking into the future and saying, what technological opportunities could we start to invent? And what sociological paradigms exist in the world of the consumer, where those technologies and those consumer needs and those brand needs would all coincide in a pull advertising model. So if I'm showing you a commercial for Mercedes in the middle of your television show and you're not in the market for Mercedes, then you're tuned out. But conversely, if you are in the market for Mercedes and you Google Mercedes and that exact same commercial comes up, now you're looking at it and you're paying full attention because you pulled it to you, so it stops being a commercial and now it's in information. So we've built a new platform called Sizzle, which is a global transmedia network that takes all media, all print media, broadcast media, satellite streaming, and social, and all physical locations, and puts it into this comprehensive system called an offer engine. And the offer engine allows us to make all sorts of different engagements with consumers that are based on different kinds of models, whether it's games or the wide world of augmented reality or digitized streaming media that becomes gamified, et cetera. So we've got hundreds of different technologies that are all built inside the Sizzle system to help bring about this new paradigm of pull advertising.
That's very intriguing. So with what you guys have created, the typical person coming on, who is your ideal customer that would utilize Sizzle?
Well, it's both business to business and it's business to consumer because it's a massive platform. And because our technology is both inside our own apps, the Sizzle app inside the App Store, and it's software as service, we facilitate the ability for our technology really to be used across the entire spectrum of different business models.
So when you compare this to a programmatic platform like a Simplify or Trade Desk, are there things that are similar in there that comes down to the programmatic buying side?
I think it's a much broader cycle than one of those particular platforms. In our world, because we're so comprehensive in the integration of all the different forms of media, our goal is to take the consumer and put the consumer at the top of our decision-making matrix so that the consumer's data is never sold to a third party. And of course, like any positive suggestion engine, the more the consumer starts to teach us what they're interested in, the more that Sizzle can start to provide those kinds of experiences, whether it's a performance of their favorite musician that's performing as an augmented reality avatar inside their room, or whether they're playing a game that's engaged from a specific brand that's teaching them more about the brand but giving them opportunity to win large cash and prizes, or augmented reality competitions like shooting free throws on a NBA regulation basketball net in their backyard, using augmented reality and pairing that against another consumer and working your way up a sports ladder for a giant prize, sponsored by one of the large beverage companies, et cetera.
So do they have to have the app downloaded? Does the app need to be downloaded to be able to utilize this augmented reality?
Well, you do inside the Sizzle platform. If you don't want to use the Sizzle platform as a brand, then you would just license our technology and insert our technology into your brand's app. So either way, there's an app. It's not web AR. Web AR has got very heavy costs in terms of continuous service and hosting. And so what appears to be inexpensive at the front end proves to be much more expensive long term, as opposed to having something set up inside of our system which can use 2D and 3D augmented reality.
Very neat. So in 2 years, where will Sizzle be in your mind?
In 2 years, Sizzle will be a software service platform that's being licensed out to the large telcos and media conglomerates around the world. They've already got the book of business. We're not looking to go into their territory and start aligning all of the brands and the opportunities that are there. Sizzle will be licensing this technology out on a regional basis, same as the television distribution model that we've been part of for decades.
So an ideal customer for you right now, if you could pick any customer out there, who do you want as a client?
You know, it really isn't one particular vertical because Sizzle is so omnidirectional in that regard. So, for example, if we were to take the entire world of entertainment, because that's where the Illusion Factory has spent our 43 years, I can show you all sorts of models of why Sizzle is going to drive consumers into the theaters. I can show you models why we've made all of television interactive and transactional, and there's a very large cable operator that's in 600 million devices around the world that's starting to integrate Sizzle so that all their commercials will be transactional. But conversely, to your point specifically, Sizzle is just as functional to be pointing at a pharmaceutical product, and Sizzle will translate that pharmaceutical product into 25 different languages or play a video if the consumer is illiterate and they aren't able to read the instructions. So we're really a digital Swiss Army knife of so many functionalities and capabilities. It really is going to start to boil down to which brands are choosing to engage with us. In the fashion world, because we did so many games that were highly successful for the Fashion Network, we've leveraged the opportunity to make Sizzle so that you can purchase outfits right off of a live fashion show or engage with a series of games that utilize the handbags and the shoes and the boots and those items as playing pieces within the games so that the consumer gets that full experience of engaging with that fashion item without it ever being a commercial in their world, and then letting us know what they like, and then us giving them the opportunity to purchase that product at a very cost-effective price.
Brian, absolutely brilliant what you've done, and congratulations on being a digital champion.
Thank you so much.
To find out more about the Illusion Factory and Sizzle and all the amazing things they could do to help generate revenue for your business, visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time on Digital Champions.